The Trump administration has the backs of our ICE officers, our Border Patrol agents, and yes, our great police officers, and we have their backs 100%. We're going to also protect them like they protect us. This month in Chicago, there have been more than 2 homicide victims per day. What the hell is going on in Chicago? Better tell that mayor to get tough.
Well, 72 miles from Chicago is Milwaukee, and Milwaukee County Sheriff David Clarke joins us live here on the Curvy Couch.
Good morning.
Studio
Good
F.
morning.
Good morning to you.
My pleasure.
So when the president was talking about that last night out there in Youngstown, Ohio, you were probably scratching your head thinking the same thing. What the hell is happening in Chicago?
Yeah, the social order has totally collapsed in the city of Chicago. You've had the growth of the underclass. They live by different values than regular folks. And as that grows, you see more of those dysfunctional behaviors on display. The cultural rot is starting to permeate the entire community, because we're not talking about the entire community. It's mainly black, by the way, in Chicago. We're not talking about the entire black community. We're talking about that subset. Some of this has been aggravated by these failed liberal urban policies in the city of Chicago. And it's not just synonymous with Chicago. I see it in Milwaukee as well. We see it in Baltimore. You look at the spike in violence in Baltimore. Anywhere you have these densely populated areas where the underclass is starting to grow, you're going to see more of those behaviors.
When you say underclass, what do you mean?
Well, it's a subset of the poor, okay? They live by different values. Here's what I mean by different values. They settle disputes with violence. They'll take property by force. They intimidate neighbors and friends and people in the community with firearms. So when you see that sort of stuff going on over and over and over again, it starts to grow. If you don't start enacting some public safety policies, which means the use of jails and prisons, or as a crime control tool. That's one of the things when I say failed liberal urban policies, they've taken on this social engineering. They think that they can invent some program and modify behavior. This is deeply ingrained behavior in this subset of the population, and it's not easily changed with a program. So that's why I said jails and prisons are one of the most effective tools.
Yeah, you want to have a program, do a program in prison.
There you go, and they've gotten away from those sorts of things. So it's a shame, though. City of Chicago, it's a great city, just up the road from Milwaukee.
We heard a few
weeks
ago the president was sending the feds into Chicago. Is there any evidence that is making a difference or will make a difference?
Well, there's going to be a lag time, okay, because this has gone on for too long. But the numbers are staggering that are coming out of Chicago. Over 2,000 people shot. Think about that in a major urban city in America, you know, in 2017.
Some of them are kids, Sheriff.
But you about the federal resources, that's where they can help. All right, this is a local issue. The Chicago Police Department, if they only had the political backing, they've been let down, as President Trump indicated. They've been let down by the political class, the mayor, some other city officials that aren't backing the police, so the police aren't as assertive as they need to be to get this back under control. So the federal resources, though, are important because they have more teeth in them. All right, when you get busted for a federal gun crime, it's going to be more certain you're going to do crime. You're going to do long periods of time. So I'm glad to see those federal resources come in.
All right, Sheriff Clarke, thanks for coming in.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Let's hand it over to Jillian, who has some headlines for us. Hey, Jillian.
That's right. Good morning to you.